monster trucks tonight. Yeah! Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Switch it over! Can he save it? Here we
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the MTA compound. Last night, we saw the kickoff of the Gauntlet City Showdown right here on the MTA YouTube channel. Downtown Mitch Brown and Bigfoot taking home the big championship win last night. He is back and got the truck dialed in. The Bigfoot team ready to make an impact on the Gauntlet once again. However, he's got 7 of the other greatest Diecast monster trucks on the MTA circuit ready to throw down side by side with him. We're on an all-new track here tonight. A little bit of change up here for the Gauntlet, and we're getting ready to kick off round 1 competition. But first, we're going to take a look at how the overall points are shaking. Mitch Brown, again, taking the win last night. He rounds out at 60. Bradley Graham right on his tail, and King Sling with 40 points, and rounding out your top 3. James Valancourt in the all-new UFO with 30 points to his own credit. They're all ready to throw it down in the Gauntlet here tonight. Here's how round 1 shakes down. The first matchup, Bigfoot taking on Gravedigger. Second matchup, UFO will take on Brodozer. Other side of the bracket, Bad Company and Gunslinger. And closing out round 1, Gravedigger the Legend will match up against King Sling. And kicking things off here tonight inside of round 1, last night's winner downtown, Mitch Brown, back at the line from Pacific, Missouri in Bigfoot. He is now ready to take on the Phenom. Rich Wagner returning in the Gravedigger. Lost out in round 1 last night. He's trying to change that here tonight at Kill Hills, North Carolina. Classic matchup here tonight, folks, to kick off Gauntlet Night 2. Gravedigger taking on Bigfoot. Who's going to take it in the semifinals, ladies and gentlemen? It's the Gauntlet City Showdown. The green light goes down off the line. They're pretty much even to the first jump. Up, and over the cars. And Bigfoot down with a backflip. Mitch Brown adding insult to injury. A little bit of freestyle down inside the shutdown area. Inside a backflip as he knocks off Gravedigger here tonight. Look at the replay, ladies and gentlemen. Watch now as they go over the first jump. Bigfoot with a slight lead over the last set of cars now. Watch Bigfoot on the outside lane with a perfect backflip. He puts Gravedigger on the trailer. What do you say about the legendary Mitch Brown in Bigfoot? But next up, Cool Hand Luke himself in the all-new UFO Ford, fresh out of the MTA shop, hailing out of Cinemissa, New Jersey. Ready now to take on the returning Wild Man Ryan Johnson and Brodozer. Again, haven't seen him in quite some time. He's back in action, lost out in round 1 last night. He's back in night 2, trying to make an impact in the Brodozer machine. Knocking the rust off the truck. He goes against an all-new UFO. The green light goes down in UFO with a whole shot. Brodozer trying to come back on him down to the last of the cars. Over goes Brodozer, and there goes UFO. What a race that was, as both drivers have turned the truck over, getting into the shutdown area. Ryan Johnson, the Wild Man, does knock off UFO, however. Their crew's going to be thrashing to get that truck back. Next up inside round 1, Iron Mike Lanford returning in the Gunslinger machine, all the way from Old Mars, Florida. He's ready to take on Wyatt Anderson and Bad Company. Now stays over there in that far lane. Again, both these drivers lost out in round 1 last night. One of them's going to get the opportunity to move on in the semifinals. Who's going to be as Gunslinger takes on Bad Company? Both trucks are staged. Here's the green light now on the line. They go fairly even down the straight stretch, approaching the first jump to the car. And it's a close one as Wyatt Anderson almost backflips the truck just like Bigfoot did. Iron Mike Lanford and Gunslinger hanging right there with him. Here's a look at your photo finish. Your winner is going to be Wyatt Anderson by about half a truck over the Gunslinger. So Bad Company moves on. Now as we get set to close out round 1 competition, the King of Kings returns. Bradley Graham and King Sling ready now to take on your boy Shaggy. Pat Cheever and Gravedigger the Legend ready now to take on Bradley Graham and King Sling. Both these legendary drivers have been on the MTA circuit for quite some time. The Legend went out in round 1 last night. King Sling made it all the way to the finals. He's trying to make a championship run here tonight against Matt Cheever. Gravedigger the Legend. Here's the green light. As we go down the straight stretch now. There's door handle to door handle. Up and over the first jump now. Shaggy in trouble. What a ride for your boy Shaggy as he got wild there in that far lane. Not sure what happened to Gravedigger the Legend, but in the event, Bradley Graham, your King of Kings, your round one winner over Gravedigger the Legend. Watch this right here as we come down in our MTA replay. Shaggy now falling behind just a little bit. Up and over the first jump, sets it down on the cars and pogos the truck. A complete front flip and has enough to gag it right there and bring it back down on all fours. What an incredible job by Shaggy throwing the fans here tonight on the MTA YouTube channel. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back after a break. Semi-final action's coming up next. You don't want to miss it.
This isn't your typical motorsports podcast. You're listening to Crush This, a monster truck podcast presented by High Octane Coffee and J Concepts. A show where we take you inside the minds of your favorite drivers, past and present, of the monster truck industry. And now, your hosts, Brad Shaw and Dan Chichagash. Buckle in. The show starts now.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to night 2 of the MTA Gauntlet. We started with 8 trucks. We're now down to 4. Here's how semifinals is going to break down. Bigfoot knocked off Gravedigger early tonight in round 1. He's in semis. Brodozer took out UFO. He will match up against Bigfoot in our semifinal run. Then Bad Company knocking off Gunslinger. King Sling knocking off Gravedigger the Legend. Those two drivers will meet here in our second matchup of semifinals. But coming to the line right now, downtown Mitch Brown. He won last night's event. He's trying to stay on top. He's got his hands full, however, because over in the other lane is the wild man, returning Ryan Johnson. There you see his credentials right there on his MTA card. He's been a champion for a long time. Back behind the wheel of the legendary Brodozer. He's knocked the dust off. He's back in the seat. It's fitting him well. Downtown Mitch Brown trying to get another win in night 2 of the Gauntlet here on the MTA YouTube channel. Who's going to the finals? As we get set to go green now down the straight track. Bigfoot with a slight lead. Brodozer trying to come back now, and it's a close matchup as Brodozer dumps it on its lid inside of the shutdown area. However, he does knock off downtown Mitch Brown and Bigfoot. So Brodozer is going to the finals. Who is he going to meet there? Bradley Graham returning and King Sling. He made it to the finals last night. Can history repeat itself? Because he's got Wyatt Anderson and Bad Company now stays on the outside lane. He went out in round 1, race 1 last night. He's trying to knock off King Sling and make it to the finals himself and get these points for the Gauntlet Championship. Both drivers are staged and ready to go. Who meets Brodozer in the finals? King Sling, Bad Company, the green light goes down, even down the straight track now, up and over the cars, it's close, and King Sling going for a ride. Bradley Graham sends King Sling for all it's worth, and Wyatt Anderson upside down as well. There's clearly not enough shutdown room for these trucks. I don't know what I was thinking when I built this track, but nonetheless, a wild showdown here in our semifinal matchup at the Gauntlet. Take another look at this, folks. Down the straightaway they come in our MTA replay, side by side, up and over the first jump. Watch Bradley Graham and King Sling. A little twist of fate over that last set of cars, giving Bad Company and Wyatt Anderson a championship win here in semifinals. That means he's going to meet up with Wildman Ryan Johnson and Brodozer in our final round showdown. Night 2 of the Gauntlet. Who's going to take it all the way and take the most points out of this event? Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. The finals are coming up next. You won't want to miss it. Bad Company, Brodozer, all the points are on the line. Next.
Fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the MTA YouTube channel, Gauntlet Night 2. We're back and ready for the finals. We saw Brodozer eliminate UFO earlier tonight, got to semifinals. He knocked off Bigfoot. Other side of the bracket, Wyatt Anderson and Bad Company took out Iron Mike and the Gunslinger. Then he went on to knock off King Sling in our semifinal matchup. That puts Bad Company and Brodozer in our final round showdown, night 2 of the Gauntlet here, and both drivers are getting staged up at the line. And up first here in our final round showdown, Wyatt Anderson, who made his MTA debut January 29th, 2022, to take on the wild man Ryan Johnson. He debuted Monster Mania 1, March 28th, 2020. So a lot of history out here on these tracks. Two great veterans on the MTA circuit. The Wild Man, Ryan Johnson, your Monster Mania 2 champion. Bad Company, Wyatt Anderson, your All-American Throwdown 5 champion just earlier this year. Both these drivers want this win bad. Night 2 of the Gauntlet. The points of the championship on the line. Who's taking it all the way? And she goes green down the straight stretch and comes their door handle, the door handle up and over the first shot to the last set of cars that make contact. But it looked like Brodozer did pick up the win. A wild ride there for the Wild Man and Brodozer, shutting it down here as the final round comes to an end here in night 2 at the Gauntlet. Going back to your MTA replay here, side by side, coming down the straight stretch here, folks. Bad Company looks like he has a slight lead over here on the inside lane. Here comes the Wild Man now on the outside lane, trying to play catch up. They go up over the first jump. Right here to the last set of cars and at the line, Brodozer pulls it out by about half a truck over Bad Company here tonight. As he rolls the truck over for the second time inside of the shutdown area, nonetheless, Wild Man Ryan Johnson and Brodozer knocks off Bad Company in the finals. He's going to get all the points here tonight. So ladies and gentlemen, your night 2 winner of the Gauntlet. Give it up for the Wild Man, Ryan Johnson and Brodozer. And now, ladies and gentlemen, as we take a look at the overall point standings, closing out race 2 of 6 in our Gauntlet matchup, Mitch Brown and Bigfoot still holding on to the lead, but after tonight's win, Wild Man Ryan Johnson and Brodozer chomping at his heels with 80 points to his own credit. Rounding out your top 5, Bradley Graham and King Sling with 70 points. He's trying to get into that top echelon as well, and Wyatt Anderson and Bad Company right behind him with 60 points. And James Valancourt and UFO rounding out your top 5 with 50 points, all of them trying to get the overall points lead at the end of the MTA Gauntlet. And ladies and gentlemen, that will wrap up night 2 of the Gauntlet here on the MTA YouTube channel. Thank you guys so much for coming out and watching the show with us. Be sure to comment down below what you thought of tonight's show. We're back at the original MTA Arena tomorrow. We were changing it up a bit just for this Gauntlet series here on the MTA YouTube channel. Thank y'all so much for coming out. Be sure, if you haven't already, crush that subscribe button, and I'll catch you down the road. See you next time.
Standing tall up in victory lane, I done brought the pain and now they screaming my name. Yeah, everybody saw me rock the place. Now there's flashbulbs are popping and mics in my face. Always giving the crowd what they need. Now they're wearing my shirts front row to nosebleed. Now the crowd forms is what it's all about. Signing autographs until the lights out. Yeah, it's about that. It's